Jason. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the thousands joining us live and the millions joining us around the world, it's time to meet the players representing the host nation, Germany. Would you please welcome the Wall, Martin Schindler, and Pikachu, Ricardo Carrasco.
As the most successful nation the World Cup has ever seen. 5-time winners and defending champions. But what a team they have assembled this year. The top two in the world, both with world titles. They've kind of done it all. But Littler here for the first time and here to win this one as well. So what can Germany do about that then? Well, they came through the group stage, Martin Schindler and Ricardo Pietreczko, with 2 wins from 2 there. But this, the toughest draw in darts. Let's see how it goes then, in the company of Wayne Mardle and Dan Dawson.
The 2 best in the world, number 1 and number 2, the only 2 reigning major champions left in the field together. Are you ready for Luke and Luke? And more importantly, is the rest of the darting world ready for them? But are the 2 Lukes ready for a Germany who look very dangerous, and with 3,500 German fans here in Frankfurt cheering them on? There are some questions to be answered tonight, Wayne.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it, because I try not to get too excited about things. Joking aside, it's something. It really is. It feels like it's a quarter-final, maybe even semi-final of the World Cup here in Germany, because the support, I'm hoping it's coming through on the TV, because it's loud. It really is loud, but the anticipation of watching these 2 together is right up there with anything we've kind of seen in the past. And it's an inauspicious start by the 18-year-old, clearly nervous.
Pikachu's not. This is proper stuff, isn't it? Red hot title favourites against the host nation with a partisan crowd. first look at this potential dream team of Luke and Luke. But this Germany team, Martin Schindler is ranked higher than any German has ever been ranked in PDC darts. He's won more titles than any German. More than Clemens, more than Hopp.
Yeah.
And Ricardo Pietrezco is a big stage title winner himself. This is a dangerous team.
Yeah, I've mentioned as recently as today that I do believe the start is so important for the, I'm going to call them the lesser teams, like the Philippines against Wales. The start I felt was paramount. I didn't really think the Scots had to make such a good start against Holland, but that really didn't work out. What a start this could be. Now this is on the England throw, but I do believe that if Germany can keep the crowd buoyant, oh please. Yeah, I believe if they can keep the crowd as buoyant as possible, Dan. I'm not saying they'll get to England, but it will certainly help them. And that is a quality opening leg of darts. In the end, that 45 opener may have cost them.
Well, listen to it. 13 dart start, double hit first time of Askin. Little nod from Martin Schindler, the German captain, who, once again, they've decided to send in Pikachu first.
Yeah.
Apparently, Ricardo, he's played a lot of darts, even before he turned up in the PDC, played locally. But he's played this format quite a bit, and he's used to throwing first, so they've just decided, oh, you're used to it, you go for it. We'll see if it works.
And if Martin's happy with that, then absolutely fine. And he clearly is. You have to play as a partnership. And it will be fascinating, Dan, whether Luke and Luke do play as a team or individuals, and I mean leaving 32 or tops. We know that man there, Luke H, loves 16s and 8s.
Yeah, and look, you know, it's interesting they've sent in Littler to throw first. It kind of makes sense. Humphries, of course, the world #1, and has won all sorts, including the Premier League very recently. But Luke Littler is the biggest 180 hitter in the sport, and potentially one of the biggest we've ever seen.
Ever.
Yeah.
Statistically, it says that. And I think it's the right thing. With all the maxes he hits.
60.
But already, slightly nervous times for Team England here. It's okay getting broken. Then when your opponents hold, you're then, in a way, Dan, defending your throw rather than being aggressive and going for it.
Well, the German crowd are reveling in every miss that Littler in particular is having. Okay. Double 10 it'll have to be. There it is, double finish. Not what he wanted. He will gladly accept that, Martin Schindler.
Laughing about it. Feels like an important leg to me.
95.
Not because of the game's in jeopardy, Dan, but by England winning a leg, it stops the impetus that Germany have got right now. They're happy with life. They're averaging over a ton. They're both playing well. They're in double-double. What's going wrong for them? Nothing.
85.
You expect the two Lukes are going to settle down and get a bit more comfortable in this game at some point, so the Germans are going to have to make sure that point is as far away from now as possible.
96.
To be honest, I did expect Peter Wright and Gary Anderson to settle down.
They might in a bit.
140.
But this is a leg on throw, left 181 after 9. Still might be out their hands.
58.
Thought I could bring the bullseye in there, Luke Humphries, but he's gambled on getting the treble, doesn't get it. Imagine what would have happened in here if that.
It was a cracking second dart. Kind of a bit of a recovery mission from there. This for the first leg. For England, that is it. As simple as 1, 2, 3. There you go, cop hold of that. But there's only legs 1 and 2 in a race to 8, but that felt important to me. It really did.
140.
Well, it's not quite the full swagger of Littler, but he could work his way into it.
Yeah.
Last time we saw him in Germany a couple of months ago, he ended up going out of the Euro Tour, losing to an inspired Jan van Veen, who it did take 110 average to stop Littler.
Yeah.
59.
But he was not particularly complimentary about the German crowds, and not going back there again. Taking his ball and going home. Well, he is back in Germany. Obviously, he'd forgotten the World Cup was in Germany. And I think some of them might have remembered.
What fun. This is fun. And I think now it's better that Germany have taken the early lead, because it just makes it funnier.
Funny darts, as we know, is the best darts. But it's also where we're going to learn more about this England team. We've seen the new pairing for the Dutch. When everything's going well, they can look $1 million. We knew that. Can these two click when they really, really need to, when they're under pressure?
Well, they have got better the last couple of legs, Team England. Scoring's been better.
56. England, you were
Those couple of legs were a bit iffy. This for a level game, tops. Took out 1, 2, 3, took out 64 in 2. For all the early shenanigans, for all the early worry, there you see it. Well, we're now on throw, and England are effectively in the lead.
Yeah, why were they concerned?
96.
Bit of a snarl from Humphries there, wasn't it?
Only 60. The problem with trebleless visits is that straight away after that it gives your opponent a reason to punish it, rather than feeling, Dan, I need to defend this score. You can attack it, can't you?
Yeah, and you don't get to 1 and 2 in the world rankings like these two without bullying people.
Yeah.
And that's what these two have done over the last couple of years.
The last start from Luke Littler there was a little bit of plumage added on it. He's starting to relax. The pair of them are 12 dart leg, possibly.
65.
The only thing that's missing from England in the last 3 legs is Luke Humphries hitting a double. It's a beautiful trademark Martin Schindler 180 that might get them interested in the leg.
Okay. Is that going to be a tight turner? They were in total control. Total control. Luke Humphries had 2 darts at a double to leave them on 286. And they lost the leg. 180, 106. That is how you play pairs.
Frankfurt is bouncing here. What a resurrection from the Germans in that leg.
Game on.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? So am I. What an atmosphere. This is superb. These two are playing at a level that is right up there. If this continues, hopefully we have a last leg shootout. That would be exciting.
Well, credit to Germany, because in that little 2.5 leg spell from England, they were under it.
Yeah.
They were spectators. But they are still taking on at nearly 100 average here.
57.
They keep this up for the game, and it might be too much even for the Lukes.
Humphries missed 2 at a double. Luke Littler come back and miss 3. Yes, you need that little bit of luck, but the 180-106 is without doubt taking your opportunity. And that's all you can do, Dan. If you get it, you've got to take it.
104. England
Nicely done by Schindler, leaves single to double.
56.
Germany, one legs 1 and 2. England, 3 and 4. Is it going to be 5 and 6? Oof. Well, his face said it all.
They've not missed a dart at double yet. Oof.
20.
Yeah,
England, you require
high and not so handsome. Double 5 now.
80.
He's had 3 darts at that in the last 2 legs.
40.
Martin Schindler with a yelp of triumph, and the 2-leg lead is re-established for the host nation.
Missed darts at a double here are costing England dearly. Sometimes you can miss and it makes no difference because your opponents are not taking the chances. They are taking their chances here. Dan, it seems like an easy finish, doesn't it?
It's not.
No finish is simple right now. No finish.
81.
Well, if Germany are coming into this and they thought, we're going to break this down, get to the break and be in the game, they're going to be leading this game in the mid-game break. How big is that lead going to be?
England thrown first in this match. So effectively Germany are going to have to break at some point. But they've already got that. That's part 1 done. Part 2 is just hanging on.
100.
Or maybe racing to the line. Who knows? We haven't had a close game yet in this round of the last 16.
45.
Wow. On a finish after 2 darts, not after 3.
65.
Well, it's a look. It's a look at that 170.
It's not often that Luke Humphries looks a little stressed when he's playing darts because that's his comfort zone. But right now, these two are feeling it. There's no doubt about it. They were massively in control of this leg.
What a setup. Oh, what a story could be developing here. The world #1 with a rearguard action. Oh, it's so close.
Martin Schindler taking no time already at the hockey. He just wants to plant this. Or this, like he did in the last leg. Every opportunity they have had, they have taken. The Germans lead. The odds-on fabs, the ones that many believe were absolutely unbeatable. They lead them by 5 legs to 2 in a race to 8 in the last 16 of the World Cup of Darts.
That is Martin Schindler, the German #1, and that is a double 10 that he has just pinned to go 5-2 up against the 2 Lukes. Germany lead England 5-2 in this last 16 game of the World Cup of Darts in Frankfurt. 3,500 German fans have been going berserk because they might be about to see the unbeatable England team beaten in their very first game together. It has been close. Look at the numbers, there's very little between them, but the main thing is, it's right at the bottom, the double success. Germany are taking their chances. England have missed too many of theirs so far.
Yeah, that's all that counts. This is the great thing about darts. You can dominate your leg, but you've still got to hit that double at the end, and the Germans are being efficient, Dan.
They're known for it. Now, they have, Germany, played England in the World Cup before in this format a couple of years ago. Go back to the quarterfinals. It was what felt at the time like a landmark win for Germany. 8-3 against the pairing. of Michael Smith and Rob Cross.
Yeah.
But this is different, isn't it?
That was the last time England lost, Dan. They won it the year after.
What?
Yeah, that was Martin Schindler and Gabriel Clemens, of course. So a completely different look for both teams. But let me tell you, Luke and Luke are under it. What I loved as well, Dan, was Martin Schindler hitting that double to go 5-2 up. Ricardo Pietreczko's reaction told me that he believes. It wasn't a case of, wow, what a relief. It was a case of, we can do this.
Well, that wasn't much of a celebration, was it?
That was like a... What's all the fuss? I'm going to do plenty of that, and you're going to get it, and we're going to catch them up and win. But attitude right now needs to be that of digging deep.
Oh, it's wonderful.
140.
Dan, they're all playing well, aren't they? They're all playing decent.
Yeah.
Put it that way. They're all playing decent.
There's barely anything in it in the individual averages. They're
Yeah.
all in the sort of mid to low 90s.
Yeah.
They're all playing well. It's about who's taking the chances, and the
Correct.
Germans are better.
Spot on.
40. Germany require 101.
Just too many slack darts from Team England, in my opinion. Wowzers. Sheesh.
Germany.
This is astonishing.
Martin Schindler said before this that England are not unbeatable. And he's right. They are beatable. Surely they're unroutable.
Apparently not. The 106 from Ricardo Pietreczko in leg 5 was an absolute worldie, because that was on the back of the 180 from Martin Schindler that seemed to be the catalyst for this. 4 legs on the bounce. Did not see this coming. Mind you, I didn't really see the 8-0 from the Netherlands beating Scotland by that scoreline. What an amazing night of darts.
65.
As long as Germany are 2 away, England will feel there's a surge in them. These two players, the two Lukes, have made a habit of winning leg after leg after leg in singles play. But can they do it together against a team that Germany tonight are playing beautifully?
That first start from Luke Humphries was so tight. You seldom see that. You seldom see it. Does not look happy, because he's not. Oh my word. Let me tell you as well, Dan, every other team's looking on, giving it, come on, Germany.
40.
The two Lukes are second best. The 2 best in the world are not as good as these two tonight. Ricardo Pietreczko for 7-2. It's 7-2 Germany.
Germany.
Astonishing scenes.
Germany to contest. Game on.
Dan, it's just a thought. I don't know how this works, but how quickly can MBEs get taken away? This is no laughing matter, to be fair. I think I'm nervous. I don't know.
What an experience this is. For Schindler, for Pietreczko, for all of those lot there.
Do you know what? To witness what's going on here.
99.
Not only are these 1 and 2 in the world, Dan, they really are head and shoulders. They are. They've shown it. They've shown it time and time again. And they are under such cosh that they just can't do anything about it. And full credit to Shindy and Ricardo here, because they are not struggling with the nerves at all, are they?
Not at all. And it's Luke Littler, the reigning world champion, who looks wide-eyed and startled. And by the very nature of this story, the two Lukes, everybody thought this is nailed on. They're going to win the World Cup. They have to. and the headlines will be about them losing, but this is a performance from Germany that suggests that they could win this title for the first time in their history.
Yeah. Superb. Absolutely superb. Not at any time have they looked like it's all getting too much. May not get a shot.
Martin Schindler to complete the most sensational victory. It's gone in the 7, 75, 25 and ball.
62.
That was in the bullseye, which is why he didn't go for it last start. It's their third leg. This all feels inevitable. It just does. We know how good they are, but it still feels inevitable. And again, Dan, we go back to the Germans don't feel like they're wilting, so therefore, if they were wilting right now to get to the finish line, you'd be like, hold on, they've got a bit nervy, but I'm not feeling that.
Well, if anybody can make them nervy, it'll be if the two Lukes get on a charge.
Yeah.
60.
What they can't do is go into protection mode and try and keep straight and just wait for mistakes from Luke and Luke.
134.
That's what you cannot do. They won't, will they? Will they? Seriously, will they? Oh, they've gone. Pathetic. They're gone. We're going all the way.
100.
Oh, I needed that.
What a dog. Credit Ricardo Pietreczko. This is his first goal at the World Cup this year. And he has been fantastic.
Yes, he has, yeah. Yeah. Is it a number of timely 140s in this match?
97. England, you require 70.
For their fourth leg.
Games on the 11th.
Well, there was no drama there, was there?
12th leg, Germany the first.
They're doing everything they have to do right now, Dan, and that is stopping the Germans having a match start.
Yeah, they could have got a match start. Martin Schindler had a look at the 82, but he missed a big number. Then he hit the ball. He did not get a dart for the match.
Yeah.
You would think they're going to get some chances, or a chance, before this finishes. It's how good a quality chance it is.
Yeah.
140.
You'd be disappointed he didn't hit a max there. Given any other match, you'd have thought that Martin would have hit that. He's relentless when he gets that first 60 in.
He is, and look at it. Germany are in this position without Martin Schindler going berserk on the treble 12.
Yes.
They've been very consistent.
60.
That sort of opens the door.
That isn't enough. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I don't care how good you are. If you feel under pressure, you're under pressure. Simple as that.
139.
Happy little accident, that's fine. It's better than a 3.
Yeah, when searching for the 25-odd ball that would have left single to double. Here comes Luke Humphries with a 170 set-up shot. They're not lying down, England, but Germany can make them lie down here. This will end it.
The pressure lies on the shoulders of Ricardo Pietreczko for the match. That is one of the biggest upsets you will see in the World Cup of Darts. The team they labelled as unbeatable, the world number 1, Luke Humphries, and the world number 2, Luke Littler, are out. Martin Schindler, Ricardo Pietreczko. I doff my cap. That was spectacular.
Germany have toppled the Titans. The hosts are through to the quarter-finals. It is one of the biggest results they have ever produced in the history of the World Cup. Martin Schindler and Ricardo Pietreczko tonight in Frankfurt were better than the best two players on the planet.